I originally come out of Queens, which is the desert oasis, and that's where I got it. How it came to me first was my older brother Qasim, um, and it came to me via the Nation of Islam because they were very strong and predominant under the leadership of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Um, I was 10, 11.
10 or 11.
10, 11, yeah. One of my older brothers, Qasim, and then his Ron Du. But Qasim was a devout in that area. So, I mean, it spread. Um, so I went there, but I didn't. I mean,
So does this was it like so you say he was in the Nation of Islam?
he was Nation of Islam, yeah.
Okay.
He
Right.
remained Muslim. Actually, he took, when he took the transition in '75 after Elijah passed, he stayed. Well, he stayed Muslim, traditional. Yeah, traditional. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he stayed there. Although he grounded in history. That was what kept him from being fanatical. In terms of like with Orthodox Islam in that area. You know what I mean? Because he understood his history. But I'm from a place in Queens called Guardstown, it's called Bricktown, and my man Justice Hakim
Okay.
was that's my tree.
Right.
My tree is him, and his tree is our tree is Black Messiah,
Okay.
because it was Black Messiah, Minister Lamique, Justice Hakim, and then us,
Okay.
right? Also understanding, there was a lot going on. You had the guard, who was largely just a lot of people, a lot of moving parts with that too. The guard Prince Iself, who was with Allah B, born Allah. When they did the show and prove, he was largely responsible. That was God B's brother, who he came out there and was teaching. Also,
So what year was that?
yeah, that was like late '60s, early '70s.
Okay.
Because again, the show and prove is '71,
Okay.
but they were out there. Prince herself, maybe a little bit before then.
Okay.
Now I didn't have the knowledge then, so I'm young. So I'm sure Justice Hakim and them were getting it then too. And the Divine Prince, all of that. That's my tree. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And you say you was 10 or 11 years old when your brother gave it to you, when you ran into Justice Hakim.
Kim then, yeah. Well, what happened is I didn't stay.
Afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't stay because I liked the mosque, but he just wasn't.
Right. So he introduced you to the Mars, really.
Yeah, the mosque, the Bank of Islam.
Okay, the name
right,
of Islam.
but then the guards were out there. And what did it for me was a lot of the people in my neighborhood who, John and Brian and this one and that one, who they later on become savior. This one becomes master. And back then when we was coming up, like once you got a righteous name, you let nobody call you by your honorable name.
Right.
Back then we was calling them slave and government names.
Right.
It wasn't until our older brothers corrected us like, yo, God, we don't, we have honorable names, whatever. But so there was a brother named Jabbar that who I went to, when I finally wanted it. You know what I mean? And he was like, it was just something about him that I just said, well, all right, man, let me just shop somewhere else to get this. That's in Justice Hakim, and then he set me on, my course. He was telling me what I needed to do. And what happened was I seen a rapid improvement.
In him?
No, in those that were my age, right, who got the knowledge. Because, like, okay, again, we're talking, we're 10 and 11, man, so we're playing. We're going monkey bars and running around the park and,
Right.
So, but when the guards is teaching in the park, like, get me walking around with dirty sneakers and whatever. I need some of these brothers I didn't even recognize. They had little Kangos on their head and, glasses, and I'm like, see, he look familiar. I said, ain't you Brucey? My name is Justice now, and whatever. I'm like, what? And then their whole demeanor changed. You know what I mean? So and what you said is my man, Allah Savior. Understand, see, brother, we went to school together. In fact, he was responsible for giving my man Universal Savior. Us become the class. Yeah, I didn't even know it. Us told me, yeah, God, he was the brother who gave it to me because I was looking for him. You know what I mean? Because me and Savior, we came up together.
Right.
And what did one day, I'm coming through Liberty Park, and I said, hey, I called him by his graffiti name. He said, yo, so I said, well, you can't speak. And he turned around and said, man, God always speaks. I said, man, I want that, man. Let me yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right. And that's what sparked, I said, the meeting was in the parks anyway. So I saw Justice Hakim and them, and that's when I just gravitated toward that, man, and said, man, let me do that.
Right,
and then,
You must do your own research, as I did.